Hello, everyone. Welcome to your week. This is going to be your weekly energies for the week of the 11th through the 17th. I hope you're doing well. My name is Patricia, and I'm here to bring you your second weekly energies from the year. So let me know as you come on where you are watching from and how you've been feeling with all these energies because it's quite a lot. It's quite a bit. So I'm gonna start as always talking a little bit about the astrology, and I gotta go with my notes because it's a lot of aspects this week. But we have the main event that for me is the new moon in Capricorn. Okay, that is happening tomorrow night. So it would be on the 12th to the 13th, depending on where you are. Okay, so it will be happening in the AM in the 23rd degree of Capricorn. Okay, so anything that is new moon energy is about new beginnings, planting a new seed. What do you want to see grow in this next 6 months? Okay, because every new moon opens up a cycle of 6 months until the moon is full in that same sign. So another thing about the aspects this week, we have Mercury that went into Aquarius. So this is the planet of the mind and the planet of communication in a sign that is all about thinking outside the box of innovation and the collective and doing things together and what could we do for the greater good of everyone. So communication that is going to break stigmas and is going to just be very, very out there, very no box at all. Okay, so that's one of the things. Another one, well, this is also going to be having to do with commitments and the way that we do things differently. Okay, which I've been talking to you all last year about how the breakdown of the structures happened so that a new way can be we can give space to a new way, right? So things that break the mold. So we're going to see with that aspect with Mercury in Aquarius, we're going to hear a lot of things in the news. Obviously, it's not going to happen right away, but you're going to be hearing news because also we have in Aquarius Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, so it's going to make it a bit like easier for those things to come out to the light. Okay, so let's see what else. So the new moon, I already told you about that. We're bringing things full circle now because honestly, if you see the astrology of last year, in the same day, in the same degree, we had all this energy, this stellium of planets in Capricorn, and now it's like we get a new slate with that new moon in Capricorn. So it's very cool, kind of like, turning things around, coming full circle, closing a cycle to begin a new one. So very nice with that. Also, let me see what else I wanted to tell you. Okay, so I want you to ask yourself this question, and I don't usually do this because I go right to the cards and everything, but I want you to ask yourself, what is your relationship to changes? Okay, how do you handle change? How do you handle things shifting? Okay, I want you to ask yourself that and have an introspection and really get in touch with how you feel about changes and how you are going to handle, because there's a lot of things that are pushing us towards looking at things in a new way, doing things differently, doing things that we've never done before as well. So the other thing that I wanted to tell you that is really, really important here is that this new moon is going to be with the sun and Pluto in the same degree. So very transformational, um, it's a new start that is going to bring a lot of change. Anything that you want to create now could really just change your life and shift your life in a way that you never thought. Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to talk about with the astrology is Uranus going direct. Okay, it's been retrograde in Taurus, and on the 14th is going to be direct. This is, this planet has a cycle of 7 years. Okay, so this is definitely going to be dealing with fairness and changes. I mean, news that could happen suddenly, sudden awakenings, just sudden changes. But obviously, it doesn't happen right away. It doesn't happen on the day that the planet goes direct. This is a process, right? And yes, so that's all I wanted to talk about. I kind of like wanted to like run through it because it's a lot of things happening. But anyway, let's go with the cards. I'm going to pull some themes for the week, and I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Thank you for being here. Evelyn, thank you for showing up. All right, so themes for this week, or whenever you happen to be catching this message. Remember, these readings are based on a collective energy. This is not for anyone specific or any specific signs, but take what resonates. All right. So the first one, look at this. And I was talking about things coming full circle. The card is the card of balance, okay? As above, so below. And this talks about the exchange of energy. How do we relate to others? Good karma, reciprocity, okay? Doing things not with the expectation of getting anything in return, but it's almost like the universal law of reciprocity and the law of attraction itself. If you think about it, it's about being thankful for the things that we desire before we even have them, but being grateful and feeling the emotions as if we had those things already, that magnetizes them to us. Okay, so the energy exchange, reciprocity, good karma is coming through. So creating a healthy balance as well, so that we don't get our energy depleted. We're giving energy and focus to the things that we want to see grow, and also we are being grateful for the things that are going right in our lives. Okay, let's see. Here we go, and we have divine direction. Okay, so some of you may be going through confusion, feeling at a crossroads. Maybe you don't know what direction to go into. You could be overthinking something. You could be kind of like holding yourself back because you're feeling like you can't control what's going on, and you would like to have some sort of more control. You don't want to do too many things that are uncertain. This is where that divine direction comes in. Okay, it's almost it's not almost, it's the universe, it's spirit coming in saying, okay, it's time to shift. And we know it's going to feel uncomfortable, we know it's going to feel confusing, but it's for your highest good, because you're meant to move, you're meant to grow, you're meant to evolve. Okay, the only thing that is certain in this life and in this spiritual process is change, transformation, transition. Okay, the energy is always shifting. So it's how we deal with that, and our level of belief and our level of faith in the process that gets us through that confusion and maybe that overthinking. And the letting go of control, because basically what this card is saying, it's up to you to make a decision, but Spirit is trying to show you the direction, okay? So let's see, let's get one more. So balance, divine direction. All right, there we go. So last card for the themes is seasons. So talk about adaptability. You know, Spirit is coming through saying, okay, let's find a healthy balance. Let's find a good energy exchange with others. How can we collaborate with others here? What can we do in terms of, you know, giving without expecting to receive? But look at who it shows here. It shows a chameleon talking about divine direction and being confused and being at a crossroads. And Spirit is definitely directing you to adapt, okay? It's saying that, yes, you may feel like you are in this in-between, in this transition, and going through these temporary changes, but this is all part of the plan. This is why divine direction is coming through. Saying, you know, it doesn't matter, you're confused, you're overthinking something, you're trying to control something that is not within your grasp to control. Just know that this is temporary. I mean, Spirit is saying it loud and clear right here. Now, let's go with tarot. Let's pick some cards for this week. Let's focus on the collective energy and see what kind of messages come through. Whatever comes through, that is the message that I'm going to deliver. Calling on your guides. Okay, so first of all, here we go. We have the Three of Swords. So this is a card that is attached to suffering, and it's attached to feeling betrayed, okay, feeling heartbroken. When I see all this other themes coming through about balance and the energy exchange and adaptability, I feel like some of you are really feeling this sadness and this suffering because there's things definitely that have been surprising and have shocked you. Okay, and you know, like I said, Uranus is coming into, it's positioning itself direct in the sign of Taurus. And honestly, when a planet is in the shadow about to go direct, that's when you feel the energy the most. So Uranus is a planet that shakes us up, that creates change by, you know, things that come out of the blue. Okay, it opens our eyes to realities and, you know, truth that can be painful. So I could see where this Three of Swords is coming through. Many of you feeling like you've gone through loss. You're feeling some sort of situation here that is hard, that is unfair. And the Strength card is at the bottom of the deck here. So it's showing us that even though whatever's going on is seemingly very painful, okay, collective energy is going through this pain and this almost like, I feel like, yes, unfairness and heartbreak and shock. Okay, not to mention everything that's gone on in the news and in the United States with the Capitol. And you know, I haven't wanted to get all political or anything because it's not about politics. It's about rights, and it's about other souls that are out there. And you know, this suffering and this desperation and this wanting to speak up and almost like, you know, not being heard. And I feel like all these things had to take place in order to open a lot of people's eyes to the reality of what we live in. Okay, so let's see. 3 of Swords, and we have the King of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So here we go. So King of Cups, this is a card of a person that is very in tune with their feelings, might not necessarily express them, but something about how this person feels is causing pain to another. Okay, so when it comes to collective energy, and I see the King of Cups is going again to the point that I always make, that we are moving into a more living from the heart energy. Okay, making decisions. We want to follow our hearts. We don't want to stay in situations that are not us. They're not vibrating with the same energy that we're in now. Okay, and with the Page of Pentacles is taking the practical steps. Okay, it's doing something new. It's actually like having the opportunity of something new and making the decision to start working on that. Okay, what are you doing to get to that? What are you investing? What energy are you giving to this? Now, I also am getting here that some of you could be suffering a loss here, and it could be either of a male figure in your life, King of Cups energy. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a Page of Pentacles, younger person here. Okay, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Just that 3 of Swords, it just hit me very, very, very hard there. So for some of you, it's like not wanting to stay in this state of confusion and hurt. Is seeing how we can connect more to our hearts, to our emotions, to actually take the practical steps and start moving on, even if it's baby steps. Okay, because definitely 3 of Swords is a very it's a very tough card, and it opens our eyes, and it, you know, it requires a lot of acceptance. Let's see, let's get 2 more cards and we'll look at the bottom of the deck. The Death card, and I was just talking about loss and transitioning of, you know, I certainly see males here, or people that you were definitely very fond of. I see an older male and I see a younger male here. And then, and I don't usually do that when I'm doing collective energy. So the Death card is definitely that card of transition, of transformation. And this reading is all about transformation. And you may be very confused, and whatever it is that is happening that has been shocking or surprising to you is definitely going to ignite this change and this very transformative energy that is not easy, because the Death card is a transformation at a soul level. So it's really like peeling off the layers of whatever suffering this is, whatever lingering emotions there are, and re-emerging as new. So it's the death of the old to bring about a new version. Okay, and this could be what this in-between worlds card was saying, this seasons card. There is this transition and this change that is temporary, and Spirit wants to emphasize that. Okay, 1 more card. Okay, oh, 2 more cards came out, and it's the 8 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So definitely it's a temporary situation, okay? There's going to be news, there's going to be communication or unforeseen travel. Communication is very highlighted. I mean, we're all communicating over the internet, and I feel like some of you might have thought that a dream was dead, and this is coming through right now. You might have thought that something was dead, like an idea was dead, a dream was dead, but you're going to get news. You're going to be wanting to take action on this, and whatever news you get is going to be very nice, very victorious. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. It's a card of getting noticed. It's a card of, getting. It's a card of success. It's brilliant. It's like getting the attention that you wanted, feeling appreciated, feeling like you're on top. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so definitely as an overall energy, Spirit is going to want you to keep yourself informed, keep yourself curious, keep yourself learning more about everything that it is that you thought you couldn't do before. Okay, everything is possible. All right, but with this other scenario that came up today, with this transition and this loss or suffering, loss of a relationship, feelings of abandonment, all of that confusion and that crossroads, I want you to know that Spirit was coming through and being very specific, saying that this is just temporary. Okay, so hold on, be strong. No wonder the Strength card was coming up earlier as well. Okay, so only major arcana card that came through this week is this card, the Death card, which is, it's really talking about this new moon. I mean, this new moon combined in the same mathematical degree as Pluto. It's going to certainly be transformational for many. And if you live with intention and you really put your energy on planting that seed and getting something done, this could really change your life, I mean, for many years to come. Okay, so let's get some other messages here from Oracle. I'm gonna get Monology, just because we're having this, sorry, making you bounce all over the place. I'm gonna pick some cards from Monology, since we have the new moon in Capricorn. Let's pick 2 or 3 cards. Let's see what message comes to support this reading. All right. The message for everyone for this week, or whenever you hear this message, what wants to come through. And we have conclusions are within reach. Definitely. I definitely see, like, for many of you, you are bringing something full circle. You're closing a chapter, something that you thought was going to be a certain way. It's not. But what's coming is so much better. And look, working through the fears. Absolutely. I mean, when this card of divine direction showed up, that's exactly how it felt. Like, some of you could be overthinking and not making a decision of which way to go, because you have that fear. And it's not only the fears that we feel ourselves. That's why I'm always like, listen, go within, okay? Because sometimes we attach other people's fears or ways of thinking to the decisions that we make. And I really want you to know that whenever you feel that fear that paralyzes you, go within and really you know, talk to yourself and see what's coming up. What is the narrative that is kicking your butt, okay? Because it's what it seems like, okay? This is fear of moving forward, because you're afraid of getting hurt, you're afraid of getting rejected. You know, you don't know how to move forward with an open heart and be vulnerable because you feel like you're gonna get stomped on. And it might be that, but Spirit doesn't want you to not to quit and to not believe, you know. So let's get one more, and then we'll close out this reading. All right, one more for the collective. So something is definitely coming to an end, and I know that that's why many of you are feeling this in between. Okay, we have a new opportunity every single day to wake up and do something that will bring change to our lives. Don't let pride get in the way. So we're getting this message of not letting pride get in the way. Pride stops us from making a lot of decisions, doesn't it? And it's very attached to our ego. And you know, I've been telling a couple of people lately about, you know, love versus fear. And you know, pride is in there too. But I mean, love is something that it's you know, it sustains itself. It's not, you don't need to be just constantly feeding it, okay? Love is love, and it's the highest frequency of all. Now fear, on the other hand, is like this gremlin that is always hungry and always making you question yourself. And with the emotions and with the fears and with the doubting, you're always feeding that little gremlin. And it becomes like, you know, like the gremlins in the movie After Midnight, you know, and if they, you know, eat after midnight and if they get wet, it's like, you know, shit hits the fan. So anyway, and we get the new moon in Capricorn. Look at that. So new moon in Capricorn energy, it's all about the work paying off. So we're getting lots of messages here about, you know, releasing control, allowing for things to flow, letting the things that are ending, and to have that sort of acceptance of this, you know, this passage, the closed doors, and work through whatever is feeding that gremlin of fear. Okay, so hard work pays off, but also know that this is the work that you've put in. This is the work that you've already been doing. And when I say work, I mean working on yourself, the inner work, which is everyday work. So I hope that you don't feel that mentality. You don't attach yourself to that mentality that everything has to be hard or everything has to be sacrificial or you have to work so hard. I feel like sometimes we just need to be committed to that which, you know, we love and we desire, and just allow for things to come to you. Okay, you are a magnet for good things and you are deserving. Okay, so I hope that you guys get the best from this reading and that it serves you. If you need anything, you need to reach out, you know where to find me. You can send me a DM or you can go to the links in my bio. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put the weeklies there. almost every week, and sometimes when I do any sort of special videos, I know that you're not gonna want to miss it. And thank you to all the new people coming into the community. I love you all. Take good care, and I will see you very soon in my next videos. Bye. Sending you fear the slight and love as always. Take care, you guys.